The
Get the commission.
inexperienced agent just gets commission.
Yeah.
Correct?
So in our topics, we've covered a lot about buyers have to find a most reputable and experienced agency for consulting the whole process, from first time thinking about investing into moving in and finally exiting from the particular property, right? Particular market. So you need to have an experienced agency that's going to hold your hand and walk it through the entire journey, right?
Right.
So what are the key criteria that differentiates between an experienced agent and a non-experienced or beginner agency? How can we differentiate? How can we define them?
Well, not to bash us as agents, all right?
Right.
This is basically an opinion that I see a lot out there, okay? Inexperienced agents, they can veer from a few things.
Yeah.
Inexperienced agent is just that they understand, okay, being a real estate agent is to make money, right?
Yep.
So they don't need to know a lot of information. Information is with who? Especially from the buyer side, if they're interested in buying from developer, inexperienced agent doesn't have to do a lot.
Obviously, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
They bring him to the project explains, project sells for them, close the deal. The inexperienced agent just gets commission.
Yeah.
Correct? But what is good for an experienced agent that a buyer that is good to kind of like set a relationship with, okay, or build a relationship with, is because an experienced agent will give you the pros and cons of a lot of things when coming into investing into Thailand or investing into properties.
Okay.
Right? So make sure the experienced agent does have a company. Make sure they're not as so-called freelance.
Yep.
Right? From a company actually gives the buyer a little bit more, how do you say,
assurance.
Assurance,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
A little bit more assurance in terms of how to actually approach a property or buying the property. Right? Experienced agent actually gives you the knickknacks, the right location to buy, when to enter this location, and when to exit this location. Because Thailand, it's always a growing country, constantly.
Yep.
Right? Every area, every piece of land, every development that's being developed, it's always going up.
It's evolving day by day, right?
Yeah, evolving day by day. So by going with an experienced agent, actually it gives you the assurance when you're buying that property, that experienced agent actually makes sure that you're buying a property that has value.
Right.
Right? So that is one thing I would think that it differentiates between an inexperienced and an experienced agent.
I see.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to keep it in the understandable format, I would say an agent has to be, rather than relationship and requirement-based approach when it comes to dealing with a buyer, than a transactional agent.
Yes.
Like you said, because a transactional agent would just come in, show you some properties, seal the deal, take the money, and be gone. Right?
Yes.
Even if you want to do even if you need any help, any assistance with the property or any information, he might not have and he might not be able to share you, right? So that's more of like a transactional agent, right? So I would call it's more of like the agent goes where the commission flows.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but of course, everybody works for the business, for the
Yes.
growth, right? But the relationship-related agency, the experienced one, would be more of like sitting down with you, consulting you first before approaching you with the properties, right? Consulting your needs and wants and your expectations, setting expectations right. He will do a lot of consultations with you and then only then mismatch with the particular properties. And like you said, all the knickknacks about properties, right? The locations and the hidden secrets, untold secrets in the market that he knows, right?
Yes.
So that you can avoid these certain risks and then make it a peaceful transaction. Even when exiting from the market, it is much easier to work with an experienced agency.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.